Right. Good morning. Good post-election morning. Ah, so we'll begin with a little centering, taking a comfortable seat, perhaps sitting up on a cushion or a blanket. Maybe rocking around a bit, finding your center. Allowing the tailbone to melt down towards the earth. Maybe wiggling the toes. Gently guiding the knees towards the earth. Letting the shoulders relax. And let's take a few cleansing breaths together to begin and release some of that built up energy we're all carrying. So deep breath in through the nose. And then let it go. Take a neutral breath or two. And then again, deep breath in through the nose. And another neutralizing breath. And once more, deep breath in through the nose. Allowing the weight of your seat to melt into the cushion or the mat. Closing the eyes. Drawing the tailbone down, belly button in, tucking in the top ribs, lifting gently through the sternum, like being mindful to keep the shoulders relaxed, neutral. Beginning to tune into your breath. At first, just noticing the breath. Noticing what you're carrying with you today. What's present, physically, mentally, emotionally. Like taking inventory in a store. Just notice these things. Take note of them. And then let them go. Begin to deepen your breath. Breathing in through the nose, allowing the belly to inflate. And exhale, drawing belly button to spine. We'll do a few breaths that way, coming into your own rhythm. Letting the belly be soft and yielding. And now beginning to take that breath from the belly up into the ribs. And then exhale, ribs, belly. So slowly growing the breath, slowly inviting more oxygen into the body, into the bloodstream. Working towards a state of peace and presence. Take one more breath into the belly and the ribs. And exhale. And now coming into the Dirga breath. Belly, ribs, and chest. Perhaps the shoulders gently lift. And as you exhale, allow yourself to sink deeper into the support of the earth, into the feeling of being held. Perhaps layering on the Ujjayi breath, fostering a deeper sense of intimacy. Bringing you deeper inside. With each inhale, perhaps lifting a bit taller. And with each exhale, rooting more completely. On the top of your next inhale, I'd like you to hold the breath in, allowing the muscles to relax as you hold this breath, even as tension builds, finding ease, finding earth. And when the breath becomes too much and needs to be released, let it go slowly and gently. Allow yourself a neutralizing breath. And then again, taking a deep, full 3-part inhale. And holding at the very top, relaxing the shoulders, rooting the hips down, allowing tension to build, allowing energy to build. Observing until you can't witness anymore. And then release it slowly through the nose. Squeezing out all of that stale air, stale energy. And then take a neutralizing breath or two. And we'll do this one more time. Deep breath in, filling completely with prana, with life, with energy. And holding that breath, relaxing any tension in the jaw and the shoulders. Witnessing. And when you can't hold it anymore, release the breath. And just take a moment to notice how you feel. Perhaps something has shifted already. Let's take a deep breath in and bring the arms up to the sky. Send the gaze gently up, keeping the hips rooted down, shoulders relaxed, and then exhale, palms come out, pressing through the air. Fingertips gently touch the earth. And then inhale again, lifting up. Gaze follows, shoulders relax. Stretching those psoas muscles, and then exhale, turning the palms down, releasing, perhaps releasing the neck. Fingertips gently touch the earth. And one more time. Deep breath in, palms face up, receiving. Maybe a little back bend, and then exhale, palms come down. Perhaps head comes down. Fingertips touch the earth. Bringing the chin back to neutral. Maybe a little rotation of the shoulders, a little wiggle. And then rooting down through the left fingertips, relaxing the shoulders and connecting to that beautiful long spine. Inhale the right arm up. Root down through the right hip, and then exhale, bend over to the side. Using the leverage of that left hand against the earth to press away. Keeping the right hip rooted, perhaps making some circles with the wrist, little cracks and pops, releasing any tension. Shoulders come down and away from the ears. Jaw relaxes. Breath is full. Take a deep breath in, lengthen, and then exhale, swinging the right arm around in front of you. Left arm follows and coming into a lateral bend on the other side. Again, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Using the leverage of that right hand against the earth and rooting down through left hip. Perhaps making circles. Perhaps there's a little movement with the head, maybe looking down and then looking up. Always allowing room for exploration. And then we'll come into a flow. So inhale, lengthening. And then exhale, swinging left arm around and coming up on the other side. And begin to flow now. Coming into a rhythm of your own breath. Perhaps on the inhale, sending the arm back and really opening up that heart. Enjoying the movement. Enjoying the body. Breath and motion. We combine the two, we're able to focus and root our awareness in the present moment. Let's go once more to each side. And then allowing yourself to come up when you're ready. Taking a moment to root and ground. Perhaps a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good work. Inhale the arms up. Release the shoulders down, extending through fingertips. Let's just reach from side to side, keeping hips rooted. Maybe you look up, maybe you don't. Just some intuitive movement, some release. Carrying a lot of tension in the heart area, so a lot of work with shoulders, heart opening. And then come back to neutral, arms extended towards the sky. Pinkies turn in. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, twisting to the right. And perhaps a gentle twist to begin. Noticing if your spine is still in alignment. And if not, drawing the tailbone down, belly button in. Lifting through the back of the neck, allowing the shoulders to release. Maybe wiggle the toes to remind the thighs that it's okay to be easeful here. And engaging that deep Dirga breath. And then turning the head to face the left shoulder, gaze towards the ground. Maybe gently drawing back the right shoulder. Just stretching the neck. And then unraveling and inhale the arms around and up. Extending through the fingertips, arms are straight, shoulders are relaxed, hips are rooting. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, twisting to the other side. Ah. And here too, finding that beautiful integrity of the spine, keeping energy flowing in a pure way, unencumbered. Oh, noticing if there's any tension in the jaw, if there's any tension in the mind, and gently drawing your awareness back to your breath. And here too, being mindful, the right hip wants to come forward. So gently drawing that right hip back and moving from that space above the belly button. Perhaps you can't twist as deeply here. That's okay. And then gently turning the head to face the right shoulder, keeping the gaze towards the mat, towards the earth. And my low. Take one more breath. And release. Unraveling. Inhaling the arms around and up. Gaze comes up. Palms come together and exhale. Gently draw the hands to heart center. Now each time we bring our hands to our heart, we're calling forth compassion, loving kindness, metta. Take a few moments here to breathe deeply into this space. Perhaps sending out a silent prayer to our world, so in need of healing. And release. And then we'll come to an ankle stretch and then hands and knees. And I laugh because everyone loves this. Everyone's favorite pose. So we'll come feet, tops of feet to the mat, and then sitting back on your heels. If this isn't possible for you, perhaps you can bring a cushion here or even between the legs. Or curling the toes. Find something that's comfortable for you. It's not necessary. This is a challenging one. But if you're here and this is okay, and this may be enough, because often we don't get a good stretch. So first, just take a little rock side to side. Just gentle. And then rooting the tailbone down, drawing the shoulders down, fingertips on either side of you. And then inhale, draw the knees towards the chest, just in that general direction. And don't stop breathing here. It's very easy when we're in a challenging asana to lose our breath. And feel free to come out and then come back in. Let's take one more breath. And then release and rocking forward onto the hands. Maybe give the tops of the feet a little tap. Release. And then curling the toes underneath and rocking back. Tucking the pinky toes in. Time for this. And then again, finding that beautiful long spine. And then bringing the arms right on top of left. And crawling the fingers back. And give yourself a big hug because you need it. You're doing a good job. And then perhaps staying here or bringing forearms together, maybe backs of hand. Maybe the left fingers find the right palm. Draw the elbows gently towards me. Relax the shoulders down. Extend upwards with your fingertips. And breathe. Most important is the breath. And then release. And rocking forward onto the hands. Let's give this hops the feet another tap. And then we'll do the other side. So if it's okay, curling the toes underneath one more time. And then bringing the left arm over the right. Crawling the fingers back. Giving yourself a squeeze. Loving kindness. And then drawing the forearms towards one another. If that feels okay in your body. Coming into whatever version of eagle arms works for you. Rooting the tailbone down, drawing the belly button in, relaxing the shoulders. Gently pressing the elbows towards me, fingertips reaching towards the sky. One more deep breath here. And release. Palms come to the earth. One more time. Tap those feet. Oof. Let that go. Good work. You know that's not easy. So coming into table, spreading the fingers very wide as you can, creating a very firm foundation. Shoulders are above the wrists, biceps are spinning forward, triceps spinning back. Notice if the toes are curling in, if you can see the big toes between your thighs, go ahead and straighten the feet. Press into the palms, press into the shins, press into the tops of the feet. Draw the belly button towards the spine, lengthen through the back of the neck to the tailbone. And then inhale, curling the toes, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Cow. And then exhale, pressing the earth away, tops of feet come down, belly button to spine. Maybe you give that head a little shake. Cat. And then begin to flow with your breath. Allowing yourself to alter the movement in any way that feels supportive to you. Enjoy the breath. And enjoy the body. Flowing through this a few more times on your own. Allowing this to be a moving meditation, a way to bring you deeper into the present moment, into what is true and what is real. And flow through one more round. And then bringing the big toes together, knees apart. Exhale and press back into child. Perhaps wiggling the hips a little bit, side to side. And if the forehead is not touching the earth, create a little pillow with your hands. And rock the head back and forth, stimulating that third eye point. Taking deep, full, complete breaths into the back body. With each exhale, perhaps the hips sink a little deeper. Perhaps you surrender a bit more. Again, checking in and taking inventory, noticing how you're feeling. Asking yourself what it is that you need. It's a nice check-in over and over. How am I? What do I need? Becoming our own nurturing presence. Ooh, let's take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, allowing the hips to come up, rolling like a wave, head comes last, and find yourself once again in table. Connect to that long spine, keeping the gaze down or slightly forward. And then pressing back through the left heel. Let's stretch that calf, let's stretch that hamstring. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And pressing into the right shin, top of foot, pressing the hands into the earth, allowing yourself to lift a little higher. And then inhale, lifting that left leg and sending it over to the right. Threading the thighs together and sending the gaze over your right shoulder. And perhaps you'd like to move the head. Maybe even the shoulders. So again, this is an exploration of you, of your energy, of your body. I'll make suggestions, but please always flow with what your prana is guiding you to flow with. And then inhale, bringing the foot behind you and extending the leg. Pigeon toeing slightly here to keep the hips neutral, pressing through the heel. Reaching forward with the heart, pressing the earth away. And if it feels okay, go ahead and extend that right arm forward. Spread the fingers wide, spread the toes wide, draw the belly button in. And use the points of contact with the mat. Press the earth away, lift and extend. Draw the shoulder into the socket. Notice if you're hyperextending. Take some deep breaths into that fire. And take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. And exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Inhale, extend. And then release. And press back into child. Take a couple deep breaths. Perhaps letting out some sighs. Allow your body to release any tension. Moments of engagement and moments of surrender. And in these moments of surrender, see if you can let go completely. Are you thinking about the next pose? Or are you with your breath? Allowing the earth to hold you and to draw away any tension in your body, in your mind. And then inhale like a wave, hips first, head last, come back to table. And then pressing back through the right heel. Ooh. Pressing the earth away with palm, left shin, top of left foot. Keeping the spine long from tailbone to crown. Drawing belly button in. And then inhale, lift the leg and send it over to the left. Oh, send the gaze behind you if that's okay. Continuing to press back through the heel. To press the earth away. And to breathe your deep Dirga breath. Perhaps re-engaging the Ujjayi breath. Bringing a greater focus and awareness to your practice. Building heat from the inside out. That sacred fire. Then inhale the right leg and extend back. Pigeon toeing slightly here. Establishing a firm foundation. And then reaching the left arm forward. Taking a few deep breaths here. Building heat, building strength, confidence, focus. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach, spreading toes, spreading fingers, spreading energy. And exhale, knee to elbow. One more time. Inhale, reach. Oh, and exhale, crunch it. Beautiful. Inhale, extend. And then release. And let's rock back onto the heels, but sit up. And let's just shake the hands and do little horse lips. And then rotating the right shoulder back and then the left. Then both. One direction. And then the other. Maybe a deep cleansing breath. And then bringing the backs and the hands together. Bring the fingertips towards you, then wrists come together and making a circle. So backs of hands and wrists. And then go in the opposite direction. And then just let that go. Okay. Coming back to hands and knees. And then bringing the right leg forward. Right foot comes near right hand. Low lunge. And if you have blocks, this can be a nice place to have blocks to support you. Or books or anything that you have handy. So pressing that front foot into the earth, pressing back shin, top of back foot, rooting down. Rotating the right hip back internally and left hip flexor forward. Planting the left palm down on the inside of the right foot. And slowly rotating towards the right. And then inhaling the right arm up towards the sky. Breathe deeply here. Keep your foundation firm. Your breath full. So in all yoga poses, we build from the ground up. So it's important To have that foundation first before you begin to lift. Take one more deep breath. And then right palm comes down. Go ahead and walk that right foot out a little bit. Bringing the hands to the center. And perhaps this is a great place and you'd like to stay here. Coming into lizard. So if you'd like, you can rock onto the side of the right foot, opening up the hip a little more. You can come down to elbows. You can curl those back toes and press through the back heel. So many ways to come into posture. Notice what feels good for you now in this moment. Just take a couple breaths here. Just opening up the hip now that things are a little bit warmer. Movement feels good. Allow movement. I always seem to be swaying a bit, rocking a bit. Take one more breath wherever you are. If you lifted that back knee, bringing back knee to earth. Palms once again, find your mat. And then go ahead and bring the right leg back to meet the left. Coming back into table. And then bringing the left foot forward. Coming into low lunge on the other side. Taking a moment to find that firm foundation, perhaps rocking a bit. Finding all four corners of that front foot pressing into the mat. Pressing the back shin, top of the back foot. Rotating the left hip back, right hip flexor forward, establishing firm foundation. And then taking the right palm to the inside of the left foot. And slowly, slowly turning towards the left leg. And then inhale, reaching the left arm up. Perhaps the gaze is up, perhaps the gaze is down. What feels nourishing for you today? Where is the breath? Can you relax the shoulders and the jaw? Allow yourself one more deep and full, complete breath here. And then unwinding. And crawling that left foot out to the edge of the mat. Perhaps, again, rolling onto the edge of the left foot. That always feels really good in my body. I know for some that's not pleasurable. So find what feels good for you. Make it juicy, make it delicious. Maybe you come down to your elbows. Maybe curl the back toes and press through the back heel. Reaching the heart forward. Deep, full, nourishing breaths. Perhaps there's some movement, or perhaps being rooted in stillness is what you need this morning. Take one more breath here. You lifted the back knee, bring it to the earth now. Palms find mat. Coming up and then extending that leg back. And sink the hips back to heels, coming into child. Allow yourself some deep cleansing and releasing breaths here. Maybe wiggle the hips a little side to side. Breathing deeply into the back body. Allow yourself one more breath. And on your next inhale, lifting the hips, curling the toes underneath and pressing up and back, down dog. Oh. Spinning biceps forward, triceps back, fingers spread wide. Pressing the weight towards the fingertips and leaving a little space between palm and mat, taking pressure off the wrists. Reaching the heels towards the earth, tailbone towards the sky, drawing the belly button in and releasing the neck, maybe shaking the head no. And yes. Maybe a horse lips. Notice if that helps to release tension. Notice if it helps you to sink deeper into posture. Or notice if it doesn't. And act accordingly. Allow any movement that feels good. Then inhale the right leg up, bend the knee, and then send the right foot over the left hip, gaze under left arm, pressing evenly through the palms. Maybe circling that right foot. And then take a breath in and exhale, bring the knee towards your nose. And inhale, extend the leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale back. And exhale, knee to nose. And then right foot joins left. And then inhale the left leg. Straight back, bending the knee, sending the left foot over the right hip, sending the gaze under the right arm. Maybe you circle that ankle. Pressing evenly through the hands, sinking the chest down. Breathing. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, draws the knee towards the nose. Inhale, straight back. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, send the leg back and down to meet the right. Inhaling the right leg up and back, or coming into table if that's not possible. Becoming to warrior two. So bringing the right foot in between the hands, spinning the back heel down. Inhaling the left arm forward and up and around. Finding yourself in warrior two. So pressing back through the back heel and forward with the front. Reaching evenly through both hands. Allowing the shoulder blades to come towards one another as if they're trying to kiss. Relax the shoulders. Draw the tailbone down. Belly button in. Pressing the right knee towards the center of the foot. You should be able to see your big toe just to the left of that inner thigh. And then dropping the left hand to the back of the left thigh. Inhale the right arm up. Come to peaceful warrior. Keeping that back leg straight, pressing through the back of the knee. Continuing to bend into that front knee. Relaxing any gripping of the toes, of the mind. Oh, relaxing the shoulders. Take one more breath. Oh, and then inhale, flow up. Warrior two. And then straightening that front leg. Perhaps you'd like to shorten your stance. I like a shorter stance for triangle, Trikonasana. Press the feet into the earth. Lift through the chest. Draw the belly button in, relax the shoulders. And then send the left hip back and reach. And then come down. Perhaps the hand is on the shin, perhaps it's higher and on the thigh. Perhaps you're one to take it all the way to the earth. Gaze can be towards the mat, towards the big toe, or extend it up towards the sky. Lengthening the side body. Pressing into the earth with those feet. We tend to collapse. Use the support. Take one more deep breath. And your next inhale carries you up using your feet and your strength, and allow the arms to come down. Maybe roll the shoulders a bit and bring both of the feet to face the long side of your mat. Bring the hands to the hips. Press the feet into the earth. And inhale, open up the heart, send the gaze up. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, maybe slight bend in the knees, coming forward. Wide-legged forward fold. Sending the weight towards the balls of the feet. Allow everything to release and relax. Bring the tailbone up towards the sky, drawing the belly button in, releasing through the back of the neck. Shoulders drawing away from the ears. Engaging a full deep breath. Take 2 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, into crawl the hands towards the right foot and turn the right foot to face the short edge of the mat. Left foot follows. So finding yourself in a lunge. Then planting the palms down, stepping the right foot back, coming into plank. Pressing the earth away with the palms, fingers spread wide, reaching back through the heels, drawing the belly button in, gaze towards the mat. Breathe deeply into your power and your strength. And step the left foot forward for a moment, coming into lunge. On the other side, and then right foot follows. Find yourself in forward fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows, sway a bit side to side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms and step or hop back to plank. And flow through whatever vinyasa you'd like. Perhaps it's a knees down. Perhaps you'd like to go to the full chaturanga. Up dog. And finding yourself in down dog. And then we'll come to warrior two on the other side. So however you'd like to get there, if that's from table and bringing the left foot in between the hands, or coming from down dog, lifting the left leg, exhaling foot in between the hands, dropping the right heel down, right arm reaches forward and lifts you up. Warrior two. Pressing forward with the front heel and back. With the right leg. Left knee is tracking towards middle toes. Pressing through the back of the right knee. Drawing the shoulder blades towards one another as if they're trying to kiss. Opening up that heart. Rooting the tailbone down. Long line of energy from root to crown. Gazes towards front middle finger. Wiggle those toes. Release that clasping, that clenching, that clinging. And then drop the right hand to the back of the right thigh and inhale the left arm up. Peaceful warrior. So bending into that front knee, but keeping the knee tracking over the ankle. We have a tendency, I know I do, to come out of that knee bend, coming into peaceful. So just being mindful, noticing. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Take one more breath here. And then inhale, floats you up. Straighten that front leg. Perhaps you'd like to take a shorter stance. Again, I like a shorter stance for a little more stability in this pose. So pressing the feet into the earth, lifting through the chest. Reaching forward, sending the right hip back. And when you come to your edge, go ahead and land. Trikonasana, the triangle. What variation of this pose works for you today, and perhaps what worked for you on the other side does not work for you on this side. Perhaps you'd like to play with building strength, extending that left arm forward, drawing that belly button in, using that core strength, igniting that yoga fire. Or perhaps you'd like to rest. Gaze up or down. Take one more breath here. And then inhale, traveling on up. Bringing the feet to face the long side of the mat, and then either stepping or hopping together and walking to the top of your mat. Take a moment here to place the right hand over the center of your chest, the left palm on top. Gajaya Mudra, my favorite. This is a mudra of metta, of loving kindness, compassion. Gently press the sternum into the hands, relax the shoulders back and down. And if they're not already, please close the eyes. Take some deep breaths. Feeling your feet rooted on the earth. Breathing in through the third eye and Exhaling down through the feet. How are you feeling? What do you need? Take one more breath here. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, palms come together, hinging forward at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms and step or hop back to plank. And then knees come to the earth. Hips come to heels, swinging the legs in front. Take a little walk to the top of your mat. Little butt walk. All right. And then rooting the feet down, rooting the hips down, extending the arms forward, tucking the chin, drawing the belly button into your spine, and slowly with control, using that power, that strength, that fire, lower yourself down to the earth. Eventually, you'll find a sweet release. Oh, draw the knees into the chest. Rock a bit side to side. Maybe making some circles with the knees. One direction and then the other. And then allow the knees to separate. So opening up that pelvic space. Maybe a little rocking here as well. And then draw the feet into the hands, coming into a happy baby. And allow yourself some room. Relax the head, relax the neck, breathe deeply. Feel the lower back making contact with the earth. Maybe you like to straighten one leg and then the other, or perhaps knees bent works better in your body. Take a couple more breaths here. And then drawing the right knee into the chest, the left leg extends long onto the earth, flat down. And then shifting the hips a bit and taking your twist. So right leg comes over to the left, taking a twist. And gaze can come in opposite direction. Some like to extend that top leg long. Noticing if you need to make any adjustments to bring your body into a more comfortable posture. Perhaps sliding the left leg a bit more onto its side and crawling that left shoulder over. And taking some deep breaths, releasing here. Cooling down. And then draw both the knees into the chest. Take a breath in. And then give yourself a little rock. releasing the spine. And then drawing the opposite knee into the chest, extending the right leg long onto the earth. And then shifting the hips a bit towards the left and twisting over to the right. Gaze comes in the opposite direction, crawling that right shoulder blade over towards the left, lengthening the spine. Extending here, even here, from tailbone to crown. Deep breaths. What can you let go of in this moment? Allow yourself 2 more full, complete breaths here. And whenever you're complete, once again, coming to center, bringing the hips back to neutral. Drawing the knees in, giving yourself a hug and a little rock. And taking any final movement that may be calling to you, or coming right to Shavasana. The pose of ultimate surrender. And allow the body to grow still and heavy. Release any pranayama, any breath control. Feel the heaviness of the head. Releasing any tension in the forehead. The eyes sink into their sockets. Nothing left to see here. Muscles in the jaw release and relax. And the tongue becomes free to fall away from the roof of the mouth. It's time to rest now. You've done a good job. And now it's time to rest. Allow the shoulders to melt. Muscles in the arms release and relax. Let the fingers let go. Releasing any holding in the belly. Letting the whole spine melt. Release. Let go. And allowing ease to come into the hips. Releasing any holding there. Thighs, calves, shins, all yielding, surrendering. Feet, let go, sink. You've done a good job. Time to rest now. Resting here in the softness of your breath. Resting here and allowing yourself to be held. You are safe. You are loved. You've done a good job. And it's time to rest. And if thoughts come, greet them with loving kindness. Greet them with metta. And then tuck them in, because now is time to rest. Always drawing the attention back to the breath. Treating your thoughts as if they were a small child. Love, kindness, compassion. Following the flow of breath, rolling through your body like a wave, rising and then falling. Continuing to breathe and to rest. Remaining here in this meditative state in Shavasana. And as you lie here in Shavasana, I'll share a poem with you by a poet named Dana Falls, who was a Kripalu yogi as well. The book is called What is True Here. I breathe this moment. I breathe in acceptance and breathe out fear, making space for all of me to be here without judgment. I breathe in love for the hidden, dark, and quaking places. I breathe ease into tightness and light into the shadowy, walled-off rooms of the psyche, where the doors were tightly closed for so long and windows shuttered. I breathe in divine presence and let go of any obstacles I can. I breathe this moment deep into the center of my being and breathe out everything that isn't now. I breathe in power, strength, courage, and the willingness to say yes to life, not as I wish it to be, but as it is, resplendent in its silent generosity. You can begin to deepen the breath now. Inviting in some movement. Eventually making it onto your side, whichever side feels more nourishing for you. And taking a moment here to pause and bring to mind 3 things that you're grateful for. Breathe that gratitude deep into your heart. And then find your way back to seated. Mm. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May there be peace in your heart, in your mind, and in your body. May there be peace in the hearts, minds, and bodies of all beings. May all beings be safe, loved, and held. May we remember our connection to one another. And may we find kindness and compassion. Taking a bow to your own beautiful light. Honoring the divinity within. Bowing to each other. Namaste. And then sending this energy out to our world so in need of healing.